Good evening and welcome to the Spring Band Concert. We are so excited that you have joined us this evening. Tonight, with every big thing this year being its craziness, we have broken up into all the small groups, but you get a special treat tonight because we're going to have two portions all within one group. The first group that I'll play is our jazz combo for this year, and then the second group will be the Symphonic Band. And we'll talk a little bit more as we go through the evening. The jazz combo with the members of Zane Maddox, Logan Allwright, Hunter Smith, and Matthew Whitley. Led by Mr. Roger Redden. They are going to start out our concert this evening with five selections, but the first four are going to be Motown Swing, Fat Cat, Hill Where the Lord Hides, and Lady Madonna. So here is the Smith Station Jazz Combo. before the Jazz Combos plays their last selection, at the beginning of this year, trying to figure out the puzzle pieces of getting everything started back. I was so thankful that Mr. Redden agreed that just to continue doing a jazz group. We scaled back with everything from happening in this year in 2020. We're looking forward to next year taking the jazz group back out, taking it to a bigger means. This group this year has performed for many various events, all of them recorded, I believe. They've done the Smith Station Christmas tree lighting. They have recorded selections from various events taking place in Columbus, including the CDCC Hall of Fame. And this, like I said, this is their first live event, and they're doing outstanding. How about another round of applause? We're so proud of our students to be able to have them out. There we go. Out in the community, performing beyond our band program as well. We have several students who are in independent groups, who are in their church groups as well. But when we have a special group within our own program that we can send out to various events, it's really a special thing. We're so thankful to have this jazz combo. Before they play their final song this evening, which is entitled Red Clay, I want to share just a little bit about this. One of the things that the group was able to do with this size is they went through and they explored a lot of different jazz not versions, styles, thank you. Different jazz styles throughout their time together, and just they experimented around a lot, which that's what jazz is, and that's how jazz came about, was through experimentation. And so they took a lot of time working on that, and then they put together this piece, Red Clay. Each of them, as you'll see in the program, you'll see some familiar names on who the arrangers are for this program, because it's the 4 students among the group. They got together, they collaborated all throughout, and they take through some comfortable styles, some uncomfortable styles, and then just all these different things, so you can see where their imagination is, and then how they put all of this together. So here is the arranged version by Zane, Hunter, Matt, and Logan, Red Clay. Isn't that such a fun group? Yeah. All right, if you'll give us, we got a few things to shift around. It's about 2 minutes, and then we'll start up with the next portion of the concert. Before we start with the next portion of the concert, first I would like to thank Stacy Thornhill for all of the thousands and thousands of pictures she has taken for us. So thank you. She said, especially because we weren't able to do everything back in the fall, if there's some seniors, parents, or others, I'm sure, but seniors specifically, if you want to get a family photo or a photo of just your senior before you head out of here, she's willing to stay around, take those pictures. So that I know that's something that will be special and a special opportunity for them. They're excited to complete all of the band today, the first class they complete. The first selection we're going to play this evening doesn't need much of an introduction because it'll speak for itself once we get started. Will be Someone to Watch Over Me, and it's going to feature senior saxophonist Zane Maddox. Keeps going mute and all. We'll see. Before we start the next selection, some of the songs we're playing tonight are coming from our state music performance assessment. And this group, what state music performance assessment is, each year our students prepare songs and they perform those for judges, and they receive a rating from that, and a rating of 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 being the best rating you can get. We have 4 judges. Typically, we play prepared songs that we work on in the band room in front of 3 judges. This year, with everything going on, the state decided to make it a virtual event, and so we had to record these songs. This next selection was one of those songs we recorded, and the results from the state assessment, this group received straight superiors, which is the highest score you can receive. We are proud of all of our bands and all of our students within the groups. They work very, very hard. We are one of very few groups across the state that has our entire program receive straight superiors this year. That includes all of the bands, the junior high bands we send, as well as the freshman center and the high school bands. So we are certainly proud of how hard they work. And one thing that we become accustomed to superiors, and we'll point out a few different student honors in just a little bit as well before we leave. But it really isn't a given, and it's from how hard they work. And we've been fortunate the past 3 years that all of the ensembles we have taken to state assessment have received straight superiors. And I can tell you, like I said, there are not many schools across the state that can say that, and I can tell you for sure, there's no school within a 50-mile radius of us that can say that at all. So we're very proud of the hard work they put in each and every year. This year, we were very fortunate and blessed to have an outstanding musician move into our school and add a piano to our school. Our next song is going to be a very lyrical song, and it will feature our piano player, Miss Anna Strong, and that'll be on Dream Song. All right, it's working for now. When the students get up in a minute, I'll make sure it doesn't work. So I don't think I can get an opportunity to talk after this next selection from murmurs I've heard, and we find out things through the grapevine. They don't think we do, but they all like to gossip about each other. So we hear everything too, just like you do. A few recognitions that I want to make. We are so thankful within our program and within our schools to have outstanding administrations that work with us to create a successful band program that includes our principals, assistant principals, and our county office, and we're so thankful for that. And our high school principal is here this evening, Dr. Cook. These students, I get the joy most days of working with these students, but it really would not be possible without a great feeder program, a great program that these students work through, and that's not possible without two outstanding band directors who I get to work with every single day. And the first is Mr. Geiger. And then the second, who aims to try and keep us in line, which is probably the hardest job out of all of that, is Miss Wright. We are so fortunate to have three directors who get to work with these students, and I'm very thankful to get to work with both Mr. Geiger and Miss Wright. Last night at Ward night, I left off one solo and ensemble medal. So before I do that, I want to make sure and recognize this person. Solo and ensemble, and we'll recognize everybody who got us here in just a second. But solo and ensemble is an optional event that the students can prepare either a solo, and a solo will be by themselves, or an ensemble where they play it with 2 up to 5 people. And there was a freshman group that put together a little jazz group. I think there were about 8 of them. And they go and they perform it in front of a judge. And they did that this past week. We had lots of students who participated. And one student I forgot to name last night, and then we'll make him stand up, even though he doesn't want to, is Mr. Xavier McCoy. Played a solo. He told me it was fine to recognize him as long as I didn't make him stand up. So. And if you got us here at Solo and Ensemble, including Xavier, will you stand up and let's recognize you right now? Each year, our students in January have an opportunity to try out for all-state band and try out for district honor band. Our district goes from Montgomery all the way over to Georgia, and it goes up to Alexander City all the way down to Russell County. The students prepare songs, and they go in and they are graded on the song, and then they are compared to each other, and the top people out of that are named to district honor band. And this year, amongst everything, was crazy, just as everything else was going to virtual. These students who made the group this year not only went through the audition process, they had to figure out how to submit it all digitally and everything. So we are certainly proud of that and had a very strong showing. If you made district honor band, will you stand up so we can recognize you? Out of this group, we had 3 students who made all-state band. And the all-state members are the students who are in the district honor band, and they are the top of their sections. The first student who made all-state was Mr. Will Maynard. In addition, we had an all-state alternate, which on oboe was Lorelei Romanician. And then in our district, the first chair top bassoon in our district who made all-state is Mr. Matthew Whitley. And the first chair in our district tuba who made all-state, Mr. Seth Holloway. So I do try and admit when I make mistakes, and I pointed out one. The other one as well that I want to make sure to recognize this evening, I left off a senior plaque as we were calling them up, and I want to make sure and recognize that person as well before we recognize all the seniors, is senior percussionist, Miss Bentley Shedd. of their skin currently right now. We are so thankful to all of the seniors for sticking with us. It is a unique group of students who choose to put up with us and all of our things we put upon them over 6 years with us. We hope that they come out on the other side, not where they need counseling, but hopefully better when they go off. And we have a senior class that has stuck through us when it was very easy this year to have gone and done something else. And we're very thankful for that. They helped us make it through the craziness of this year and have us prepared, hopefully going into next year, getting more to a new normal, getting ready for competitive marching band and getting through all those things. And I just want to take a moment. If you're a senior, will you stand up so we can recognize you? Sorry, thank you for sitting there through all that. The next selection we're going to play for you this evening is a song called And Can It Be? A little bit about this song as well and kind of our selection of getting to this as well. Back in January, this was one of the songs I had as a group was coming through in the fall. I picked this song out for them to play during state assessment. But this song is a very, talking through it, requires a lot of independent playing. In January, the first 2 weeks of January, kind of started sitting there and started talking to the students, realizing, you know, with all the various things that happen in January and February of having students out for 2 weeks, some students out for 4 weeks, and all this different thing, we kind of decided, you know, let's shift a little bit and go to something that's a little more band friendly and not required of those individual players. Fortunately, like I said, we had several students out, so it really was a good decision we made together. But after state assessment was over, we made the decision that we wanted to get this song back out. For state assessment, it's about an 8-week prep to get ready. So they prepped this song in a matter of 4 weeks. They did work on it a little bit in January. But as you'll hear, there is a lot of independent playing, and this is by far the hardest song that we are playing on the concert this evening, because it requires individuals within the group to really step up and carry their part. Every single instrument is isolated, and it has a moment that it shines. Our percussionists back there are playing, 10 to lots of instruments on their own. It's a lot of just independent things taking place. For our state assessment, they grade this as the hardest category of music. In music, there are 6 grade levels of music as a standard for the United States. And this is graded on a 5 out of 6. A 6 would be what groups would play in college, what professional groups. So this is graded as a 5 out of 6. It is a very challenging piece. Fortunately for us, this is a good versus bad song. And you'll hear that, and there are some sounds in there that are dissonant, and they're going to clash. So even if we play that during a good section, you won't know. So that's a good thing. But you'll hear those different times where this song is a constant battle between good versus evil. And so you'll hear those moments happen throughout, and then they will go back and forth, competing with each other throughout the song. So without me talking anymore, here is And Can It Be?
Chart. All right, so if you guys don't know me, my name is Aiden Biggers. I'm a senior this year. Oh, up there. They're right next to Hannah. So yeah, every year, seniors come together, get the band directors a little gift to show that we care, that we're sweet. Um, so yeah, we're here now. Okay, 1 second, sorry for the wait. Mr. Geiger, keep a second, please. Ms. Wright, can you come down here, please?
Okay, so you guys, you know you already swear.
Mr. Butler, can you come over here as well? Thank you. So, first, we wanted to give Mr. Geiger. Yeah. Okay. Isaiah prepared a joke to tell. Isaiah got a little thirsty, so
Anyways, he already pushed it. Right, okay. So what do you call a milk that gets everything she wants? What do you call a milk that gets that get everything she wants?
What?
It's not. It's not.
Our boss is here.
It's spoiled milk.
I just wanted to say real quick, none of us are percussionists, but we do get to interact with Mr. Geiger during marching season, and we're all very grateful for his enthusiasm and his sarcasm. Yeah, we love Mr. Geiger, and we're very appreciative for everything that he does for us. Very enthusiastic. Next up is Miss Wright. Miss Wright is new here. It's first year. We don't really get to. Miss Wright mainly works at the junior high, so we don't really get to interact. Even though she only really works at the junior high, throughout marching season, you can see her out there with us, helping out, which honestly she didn't even have to do. Like, she did that out of the kindness of her heart. But yeah, we're all very appreciative. We couldn't have asked for someone else to come in after Isaiah's boyfriend's departure. So yeah. That's Mr. Holmes for everybody that was with him. And then, yeah, since we don't know Miss Wright that well, so we got her a $50 Starbucks gift card. And then, next up is a gift for Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler, he's played a big role in my life. He's one of the best mentors that I've ever had. He's my favorite teacher I've ever had. I'm very thankful for him and everything that he's done for us. So I just wanted to make sure that he never forgot us the way that we will never forget him. So this is
it's kind of a lamp. Making a lamp is hard, okay? So it's not great yet. It will. This is a housewarming, not really housewarming, office warming gift for all three of y'all. Y'all keep it in there. Y'all probably will never turn this on. I bet. Oh, it'll work. I'm gonna go with them. I tried to do it. I started. So yeah, it's not a lamp. All right.
Marching band season, we have poker chips. And they always get on to us about never taking them home, but sometimes I forget. And every day they're in my pocket. So I've accumulated poker chips over the years. And so I wanted to give them back.
One of them will clean it up at me. A few years ago, when I was able to come back, for those of you who don't know, I am actually a graduate of Smith Station High School. I'm very fortunate. I had Mr. Till. There have been 3 director of band since 1972. I had Mr. Till, who was the first since 1972 as my first 2 years in band, and then Mr. Corson had to put up with me for 5 years after that. And one of the things he did tell me later on is, the way you act is how you're gonna have students. And he comes in and laughs at me all the time when I complain about situations. But I was so, complain about y'all? Oh, never. Do you complain about me? I was thankful to have the opportunity to come back here 5 years ago, and the program is so much fun as we go through the craziness of this year. I mean, so many things that we all wish had gone differently, but these students we have within Smith Station Schools, within our band program, are such hard-working students, and I'm so thankful to be here and to work with these students. And we're going to close out our portion of the concert with the final selection we did for state assessment entitled Elements. We're going to do 2 out of the 4 movements. This will conclude our portion, and if you want to see your picture, I know Ms. Thornhill will be around so that you can get it. We thank you for joining us this evening, and we thank you for having your student in our band program. How about one more round of applause? Graduating again, thank you so much for your support of all these years, keeping students in our program. We do have to move everything out of here, so if they got to take a picture, we would like them to grab something after they take that picture. Again, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Are you done recording?